What is up? And we are back for another episode of the Fantasy Underdogs podcast presented by BetOnline AG and Believe Podcast Network. I am Sporty Jordy here with my lovely friend, Sam Cardona. Sam, who is extremely happy today wearing her Buffalo Bills sweatshirt after the ferocious game that we saw last night in Buffalo.
For me, it was extraordinary. Like, I was living for this game. It was everything I could have ever wanted. Josh Allen looked chef's kiss, amazing, beautiful, immaculate. Wonderful game. I was so stoked, and I can wear this shirt with pride.
Yeah, no, I was on the opposing side of that. Now, I am happy that the Bills won. Do not get me wrong. This is a game where for the first time in a long time, I felt super, super unbiased because I was like, if the Patriots win, I'm totally okay with that. If the Bills win, I'm so okay with that. So I was just kind of like hoping for a good game. I took the Patriots plus 4.5. So that was my situation. And I expected this. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be like negative 15 degrees. Neither team is going to know how to move. Like everyone's bodies are going to be in pain. I even told my one friend, I was like, maybe take the under in this one. Meanwhile, Josh Allen and the Bills come in and put up 900,000 points. Completely blow out Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Mac McCorkle-Jones. And I saw a stat right before the game, like Bill Belichick is 19-3 in Buffalo. I was like, oh my God, this game is a coin toss. But no, where was New England?
In New England.
Yeah, I don't think they left.
They stayed, or they were on the bus.
Because they were absolutely 100,000% not on the field. I swear I saw Josh Allen this entire game.
Yeah. No, he literally, and we've talked, the thing is, what I loved about this Bills team was that people have been complaining about their run game all year. Devin Singletary.
I was one of them. I was like, Bills can't make it far in the playoffs without a run game.
Devin Singletary was like, oh, hold my beer. I got this. I was blown away by Devin Singletary. I was blown away by Josh Allen, and he makes me nervous every time he runs, but always just an incredible runner, an incredible athlete. They knew what to do. The thing was, I think this was a little different than the other weather game because there was no snow. It was a little windy, but not as windy. And it was just cold.
Yeah.
The amount of air coming out of everyone's mouth.
It looked like a fog machine when you go to like a nightclub.
Literally, my mom was like, are they vaping? And I was like, no. It's negative.
Yes, Mom. They all have jewels in their pocket throughout the game, and they're just getting their hits of nicotine in.
Gotta get that daily nick in. But yeah, it was seriously immaculate. And Mac Jones, I said this last week, good quarterback, but first postseason, I don't see it going well for him. Plus, the kid's from Florida. He doesn't know how to play in the cold yet. He played at Alabama. He's still getting used to it.
Yeah, Evan, I was also dead wrong about New England. I really thought, and I said the same thing that you just said. I was like, yeah, I get it. Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback, but I was like, at the same time, he has Bill Belichick in his corner. I was saying the same thing about the Bills' run game. I was like, if they can kind of take advantage of that, then the Patriots are going to be fine in this game. I thought pass plus 4.5 gave enough room. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a super close game. So I was like, that seems like a very safe bet because even if Patriots cover or if Patriots win, you're in a good position. But no, absolutely not. And then we saw before this game, Joe Burrow become an absolute superhuman. Did you find it hard to breathe? Because I was finding it hard to breathe.
I agreed. I was literally like every time.
Everything he did. And I saw one TikTok that was like, this is what Joe Burrow does. Like he does this for the girls. And all of the men in the comments were like, this is not just for the girls. Like Joe Burrow makes everyone just like swoon. Like, I
Yes.
don't know what it is, but he just has superpowers. And
Yeah.
now I think we have to ask ourselves, like, are the Bengals too good?
They are a lot better than I thought. I've had a feeling they were going to win this game, but mostly because of how poor the Raiders were going to play, and they did. I don't think the Raiders played well at all.
They,
Like,
I thought they made stupid mistakes, but then at the end of the day, they were getting points. Like, they made big plays to get points, but overall, if you watch the game from beginning
yeah.
to end, they didn't play well. So the final score actually didn't make sense to me because the Bengals completely outplayed them.
I mean, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. I mean, we both I'm swallowing my pride. I have been swallowing my pride for the past couple weeks about the whole O-line situation during the draft. These two know each other like the back of their hands. Like, they're so comfortable with each other. And the fact that this is Joe Burrow's first playoff game and he played like that?
Yeah.
Insane.
Stone cold killer.
I don't know what, maybe it's like his confidence or something. I don't know, but the way that he radiates is just like, it's so, just everything about it is just fantastic. And the Bengals looked great. Their defense looked great. Immaculate playing by the Bengals.
I saw a statistic that said Joe Burrow ever since high school is like 6-0 in playoff big time. Like, Joe Burrow, like, there are some, like, you have like Kirk Cousins, who has the reputation, can't play in prime time, can't win the big game. And then you have guys like Joe Burrow who are literally set up to do just that and come in and win the big game. So it was just fantastic. I thoroughly loved everything about it. And now, like, before yesterday, in my freaking video, I took the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl. Just because it felt right in the moment. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? Anything can happen in the AFC. And
It's
now
really
it
true.
looks like they could beat the Chiefs, Titan, Bill. Like, they can beat anybody.
I don't disagree. I feel like they are a lot more powerful than people were expecting. And if Zach Taylor doesn't win Coach of the Year, that man was literally I mean, you've said it before, that turnaround on this team has been insane. Like, and that whole situation that was going on with I mean, there was the refs in the Bills Patriots game, but there was like a whole situation that happened in the Bengals game where Zach
Are you
Taylor
talking about Whistlegate?
We can talk about Whistlegate ? I mean, there was the whole part where Zach Taylor was like, literally, I thought that he had gotten possessed. His eyes were like popping out of his sockets. He was spitting and yelling, still yelling after the call had already been done. But yeah, the Whistlegate, I mean, if you'd like to take the lead on that, please do.
All right. So this is my thought on Whistlegate. And obviously, yes, I wanted Bengals to win. So I feel like if people hear me say this, they're going to be like, you're biased just because you wanted the Bengals. But I really feel like when you just look at the video,
yes,
it was a dumb thing from the ref. The refs this was not the only, I mean, and this is another thing. This was the Bengals got away with it. Jamar Chase on that beautiful pass that set them up for first and goal. On that beautiful catch, I should say. He definitely had OPI that didn't get called. There was full on and they keep showing it in like every commercial. I'm like,
he did it more than once.
Yes, the refs were like unaware, and this is supposed to be the best of the best refs in the postseason. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what happened. They were god awful, but I think Whistlegate is the biggest one. So basically, Joe Burrow was throwing a touchdown pass to Boyd. It looked like Joe Burrow stepped out. He did not step out. They reviewed it. He was fully in bounds. Yes. But for some reason, the ref on the sideline, while the ball was still in midair, blows the whistle, which makes the play dead, even before the ball was caught. Why? Why?
And like the ref really wasn't even like next to Joe. Like he was like down the line.
Behind him, yeah.
Like not even near him. And I saw like when they cut to like the halftime show or whatever with like the guys, and Bill Cowher was saying, he was like, did they listen to the audio because, you know, the whistle was blown? And I'm like, sir, watch the video. The play was not over yet. The whistle should have never been blown.
No. And I understand the argument. Like, yeah, once the whistle's blown, defense assumes the play is dead, so they stop trying. That's how the touchdown worked out. But I watched this on repeat. By the time the whistle was blown, the ball was nearly in Boyd's hands.
Yeah.
Like, it was right there. I don't think the defense had any time to acknowledge whistle was blown.
No.
Let's stop running.
By the
Like,
time you process the whistle, it'll take a second or two.
yes.
And no, I would agree with you 100%. The ref was wrong. And also, what I found out this morning, my dad was telling me that apparently, so Jerome Boger was the main referee for this core of referees. And first of all, he has been one of my favorite referees for years. I love the man. Something was off this whole time, and it seemed like nobody was clicking, nobody knew what was going on. My dad told me that this referee corps was like patched up. People had COVID, they went out, they brought in other people. Some people were sick, they went out, brought in other people. So this was like a very different, and like nobody really knew each other, and it was a very different referee corps. And I think that
makes
was
more
part of the
sense.
problem.
100%.
But none of them are going to be reffing for the rest of the postseason. It came out.
Good. Well, because it was like it was just like frustrating the entire game. Because there were missed flags, there were flags. It was just a hot mess express. But in regards to Whistlegate, which I think we're going to be hearing about for a very long time, I'm actually the most pissed about
fans.
Raiders fans are never going to let it go. But at the end of the day, I'm more pissed because that touchdown was like crafted from God perfect. And now, because of the stupid referee that blew his whistle too early, it's going to be a controversy when it should be like framed. Like, I want like one of those moving picture frames like that I could put video in, and I just want this touchdown on my wall replaying for the rest of my life.
Literally every touchdown Joe Burrow threw yesterday was picture perfect.
Chef's kiss.
Gorgeous. Every throw he made to Jamar Chase, beautiful. Like literally, like he would let the ball go out of his hand, and every time I was like,
yeah.
I was like, wow, incredible. Like I'd never seen a ball thrown before. But the Bengals looked amazing. Moral of the story: they won that game fair and square. Yes. Whistlegate or not, referees or not, they won this game because they were the better team.
Absolutely. I think everyone can agree on that.
Absolutely.
Hopefully Raiders fans can see that too, because I don't want them to feel like they lost.
Maybe soon they will, but I'll let them wallow in their loss for a little bit.
Take your time, Raiders fans. We'll be here.
It's all right.
All right. So now the chaos continues today. We have 3 games today. The first one. I wonder who's playing. Eagles versus Buccaneers. Then we have 49ers versus Dallas. And then we have Chiefs Steelers as the night game, which we were talking about before the show. I can't remember when the schedule came out. I can't remember if it was before the Raiders Chiefs game Raiders Chargers game or not. Mm-hmm. Maybe they did think this was going to be Chiefs Chargers and that's why it's the prime time, but like the game that should be prime time tonight is 49ers Dallas, cuz that's a great matchup. I love everything about that game. Chiefs Steelers, I'm not really looking that forward to. And then Eagles Tampa Bay obviously is a big one for me. So let's start in the 1:00 window. I want you to start. Okay. Tell me your thoughts, because I'm obviously going to have my opinions. Yeah. Tell me what you honestly think is going to happen in this game.
I honestly think this game is going to be a lot closer than people are thinking. You know, Tom Brady gets into the postseason and people think automatic, like he's winning, blah, 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 blowout, whatever. You know, we've talked about the history of the Eagles and Tom Brady. We know the situation between him and Nick Foles as well, that weird animosity he has with him and not shaking his hand. I will be honest, I do not think the Eagles are going to win. However, I do not think they will play a bad game. I think that they're going to make sure, like, they're going to run all over them, first of all. That's going to be the first thing. Boston Scott is really stepped up throughout this year for the Eagles. It's just been incredible. And yes, Tom Brady is postseason Tom Brady, but it's still, you know, he's still human. People forget that. Like, he doesn't make mistakes. So I think that this is going to be a little bit more of an emotional game. I think that it's going to be a tighter game. But I do think that the Buccaneers are going to come out on top.
I think that's a very fair assumption. I think that's a rational mindset to have. I don't have that.
That's fine. What's the irrationality?
Yeah, I have fully convinced myself that the Eagles are winning. Like I did this like a week ago. So I'm setting myself up for heartbreak. But at the end of the day, like I had it in my head. I was like, I just get vibes. And I was like, no, like the Eagles are winning. And then I
Professional
thought
vibes. Professional vibes.
professional vibes. This is like gut feeling. And there's a lot to like. So the first time the Eagles and Bucks played each other, we had not yet established our run game. Like there was so much that we had not yet figured out, and we kept that game close. Now we're a
Sure.
very different team. We're the top rushing offense. They're the top passing offense, but they're without a lot of their pieces. And it also came out yesterday, Leonard Fournette did not get activated, so he will not be playing today. So now you don't have some of your top receivers. I mean, you have two very good tight ends, and we're not good against tight ends. So that does make me nervous. But like you're without your star running back. You're without a lot of your stud receivers. You just had some drama. Tom Brady, I posted on my story today. Tom Brady even said it himself. The Falcons don't make him cringe. The Eagles make him cringe. So I think if the Eagles can just play smart, like there is zero room for mistakes, I think they can win. Now, I'm taking them to win because it's my team. I want to see them knock out Tom Brady. But like realistically, I do think basically what you were saying. We have a chance. I think it's going to be much closer than people are expecting. It's also, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like monsoon. Like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like rain like crazy, so that adds a whole nother level. But like
mud.
But like we play in Philly where it's like in Tampa, we gained like 50 degrees. It's like 60 there.
That's true.
10 here. We're used to snow, rain, outdoors. So like the weather doesn't scare me at all. So like I said, Eagles play smart, pound the ground. Jalen Hurts has a good day. We'll be good.
They're all rested as well.
Yes.
Right? They rested last week. They played the practice squad.
We get Miles Sanders. Yeah, someone actually just commented on my picture because I was like, congrats, Cowboys, you beat the practice squad. Someone commented, they were like, Smith played. I'm like, okay, Smith played until he got 39 yards to break the record and then did not touch the field for the rest of the game. Like,
Cowboys fans are relentless.
They're relentless.
It's so the one thing we agree on.
Let's roast them because I also think the 49ers are winning this game.
I think the 49ers are going to win this game as well.
I really do.
I think we spoke about this before. I genuinely think, yes, Dak Prescott and the offense were able to hang 107 points up in the past 2 weeks. But it was against Washington and it was against the practice squad Philadelphia Eagles. This is the 49ers. This defense is entirely different than some of these teams that you've been playing the last couple of weeks. The ego's been driven up. They're feeling good, you know? I get it. And I don't ever want to bash Dak. I genuinely love the kid.
I really do love him.
I think that he's good. I think he's talented. I think that he's overcome a lot of his injuries in a very great way. But the run game is vulnerable. It's not the way that it should be, despite the amount of money Ezekiel Elliott's getting. It's not where it should be. They're missing Michael Gallup, and it's going to be very different going up against this Niners defense. And on the opposite side, Cowboys secondary is beautiful and wonderful and super talented, but they're going to use Deebo Samuel in every way, shape, and form, and that kid is incredible. And they're just going to run all over the Cowboys. And that's just what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. No, I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to go into this way too hot, way too cocky. And they're going to be like, oh my God. Because let's be real, the 49ers, the first half of the season,
not good.
They were they were easy to beat. Like very beatable, a lot of holes, a lot of issues. They have completely figured it out. And yeah, while the Cowboys are putting up major points on Washington and the Eagles practice squad, the 49ers are out here beating the Rams comfortably. So like full on outplaying the Rams and deserving to win that game.
And they didn't seed anybody in that game because they were still playing for the division.
Exactly. Like that was an actual, like the Rams were playing to win and the 49ers won.
Yeah.
So I think that's saying a lot. The 49ers, they just have this groove. And like Jimmy G, we've given all this crap to him. Jimmy G can't throw the ball. He can't do this. He can't do that. He's playing incredible. And I also think he's playing for his job or a new contract.
Agreed.
Because at this point, I think if he comes in today and beats the Cowboys, I can't see how the 49ers trade him.
How do you get rid of him?
How do you get rid of him? This team plays so well under him. But then at the same time, if they still want to, any team now can be like, wow, look how Jimmy G kind of stepped up the second half of the season. And maybe he gets some more money. So at the end of the day, he's going to be playing his best football.
Yeah, agreed.
This offense is beautiful. This defense is scary. I just think they're going to be able to take advantage of Dallas.
Yeah, I agree. And to your point about Jimmy G playing for his job, I mean, the whole problem with him was just his injuries. It
Yes.
was never anything about his playing. I think he's always played well. I think he's always played to the best of his abilities. And he's dealing with an injury right now with that thumb. So the fact that he can play at the level he's at with that injury just goes to show, first of all, he's pushing through it and he's making sure he wins the team. That game last week, he literally was like, "Don't worry, guys. I got this," and won that game
with
for the 49ers.
Like without a thumb. Isn't
Without
he like missing a bone in his thumb or something ridiculous?
Yeah, like it's not something that you're just like, "Oh, it just like
It's
hurt it a little
fine.
bit." And I can't say for his injury, I have hyperextended my thumb when I was playing softball. It hurts. It is not easy. And the fact that whatever he's dealing with must hurt 1,000 times more. Can't even imagine trying to throw a football or hold on to a football like that. I give him so many props. This 49ers team, I'm literally talking myself into more like how much I think they're gonna win this game.
No, I was really tempted. Oh my God, wait, my mom just texted me, "Do you want chicks?" And that's my favorite Italian hoagie ever. So I'm so excited. Yes, please.
Jill, if you're watching, yes, she wants
I need chicks. When I was making my playoff bracket at this point, so either like the Rams or the Rams or the Cardinals, whoever wins would play the 49ers. At this point, I was tempted to send the 49ers to the NFC Championship game because like they can do it, which is so scary. I like am on board. The only reason I didn't was because I had flashbacks to their Super Bowl from a couple years ago, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this boring game again. But now it seems like they relied that season on their defense. Now their offense is just as good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would argue that Deebo Samuel is their offense.
He definitely.
He does
and then
everything.
Big plays from George Kittle here and there.
Yeah, it's seriously like I think they have all the pieces and the fact that they are just they've been on the incline. And the Dallas Cowboys, yes, they've been winning, but I just don't see it happening.
No. I think Dallas is just too flashy where the 49ers are actually going to play smart. And I think that's what it's going to come down to here.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, we're both riding the 49ers train.
Let's go. I don't want to see the Cowboys make a playoff run.
No, I said it all yesterday. Spencer was like, "Are you going to?" Because like I said, I fully convinced myself the Eagles were going to win. And Spencer, my sister, was like, "Are you going to be okay? Like if they don't?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll be fine." Because like Tom Brady, I'm not like it's not going to actually affect my soul. Like I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
If the Eagles lose or win, so let's put it in perspective. If the Eagles lose and the Cowboys also lose, iconic, incredible. If the Eagles win and the Cowboys lose, I will actually be a menace to society. Like everyone
combust.
I will combust. All right. So now we've talked about some 2 decent games. Now we have this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last time I saw the Steelers were 12.5-point underdogs. I honestly think the Steelers, I don't think the Chiefs completely blow them out. I can see this being a 10-point game because when we look at last week, week 18, when the Chiefs were playing the Broncos honestly deserved to win that game. They played better than the Chiefs the whole time, and the Chiefs got it done in the very end. But like they only won by 4. And I get it, that's divisional, it's a different story, but I don't know. I'm like, so this is going to go one of 2 ways. The Chiefs are either going to pull a Buffalo Bills and win 50-4 or 50-3. I don't know where 4 just came from. They get 2 safeties.
A safety.
Or they keep it close and it's a decent game.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like this is going to be closer to a decent game just because of the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers, like what Ben said, he was like, we know that we're not the best team in the playoffs. We know we're the last team here. So we're just going to go out there and have fun. And he's also feeling like this might be my last playoff game of all time. I just want to enjoy it and like just play football and play for my team. And if we lose, we lose. But like, I feel like when you go into a game with that mentality, that's like, we don't really, not that they don't care, but like kind of more like in a free way. Like,
Yeah.
we're just here to have fun. We're here to do what we need to do. I feel like you play a lot better. There's not as much pressure and like
I feel like it reminds me a lot of Jacksonville versus Colts week 18.
sure. And we
Like,
saw what happened with that.
exactly. Because at this point, the Chiefs are going to be trying so hard. If the Steelers are just out there having fun football, flailing it around, going for like these crazy plays, and it works.
Why not?
I mean, like at this point, I'm fully here for upset season in the
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah, definitely. And I think that the way that you are with the Eagles, that you're kind of like, we're just going in, we're playing Tom Brady. It's like the way my brother feels about going in with the Steelers team. He's like, we're just gonna play the best of our abilities and just
Yeah,
do what we need to do and feel like, this is again, it's also gonna be emotional. If they lose, like it's gonna be
Big
a little
Ben's
sad.
done. Yeah,
And then Ben is done and that's that. But I have a feeling this game is gonna be very interesting. And this is Kansas City. Kansas City normally has this first round bye.
exactly.
This is a little bit of a different situation for them. Usually they're chilling at home, resting, waiting. The Titans were able to secure that, and now the Chiefs are sitting here in the wild card round.
And I just think just the fact that how the Steelers got in, like they probably had it in their minds week 17 that they were done. And then
Especially when we thought the game was going to end in a tie.
right. So then like exactly week 17 they were probably like, all right, our season's done. And then they also lost that hope again when there was 2 seconds on the clock and the Chargers Raiders game was tied.
Yeah.
So it's been like a roller coaster for them and they needed so much to happen, but like everything that they needed to happen happened. They got here. So I think your point of them going out there and having fun, I think that could be more dangerous than people
And
realize.
Juju's back.
Juju's back.
Juju's playing.
I'm not going to take the Steelers to actually upset. Would I be super shocked if it happened? No. But I do think easily they cover. I think this is closer than I don't think this is going to be a blowout.
No, I think it's going to be a good game. I am slightly excited for it. I think it's going to be good. So, but I am going to take the Chiefs still just because fun is one thing, but also the Steelers haven't played the best last year.
It's the Chiefs. It's postseason Patrick Mahomes. So
yeah, we'll see.
Can we talk about for 1 second before we go into Monday night predictions? I just want your thoughts on this.
Sure.
Titans being the 1 seed. I understand Derrick Henry. Is he confirmed going to be back or is it still a question mark?
They're still just saying he is like anticipated to play.
Okay.
But nobody has come out with a report saying Derrick Henry will be playing.
I don't think the Titans are a very good 1 seed.
It's interesting because you also look at the slate of the people that are in the AFC, right? And you're like, who else would be the 1 seed? Yeah. Right? I mean, I was expecting the Bills to be the 1 seed. Yeah. But when the Bills started losing to the Jaguars and just not looking great, I was like, oh, they don't even deserve to be in the 1 seed. Like, no. I feel like nobody in the AFC actually deserves to be in the 1 seed. Even if the Chiefs were sitting there, we'd be like, nah. So I think that it just happens that the Titans happened to be
they happen to do good enough,
the best team in the AFC, and they secured that 1 seed. But it is interesting the fact that they're there. But I genuinely think if anybody was sitting at the 1 seed, everybody would be like, well, the AFC is weird.
That's true. No, it is. Like, no one has a 14-win season, even with an added week of football. Like, everyone in the AFC at some point, they either started off slow and then figured it out, or they had like a shaky point at some point in the season where everyone was like, what the heck is going on with you?
Yeah.
And it seems like towards the end of the season, like the Chiefs obviously figured it out. The Bills obviously figured it out. The Titans, even though it feels weird to have them in the 1 seed, they did play well even without Derrick Henry. So I'll give them that. Like, so everyone, but it just wasn't like the AFC, I feel like normally dominates, and it just didn't feel, if anything, this is kind of why I picked them as my Super Bowl pick. If anything, I feel like the Bengals have dominated the most, but even they had that 4-game stretch where they like were not looking like the Bengals. So
yeah, I mean, you could also argue that the Bengals could be the best team in the AFC just because they played in probably the hardest division in the AFC. The AFC North was the closest division. I mean, the Browns came in last place, but they were like, what, a game and a half behind like the Ravens? Like, it really, like, they didn't look bad at all. I mean, towards the end it wasn't so great, but that's beside the point. But the AFC North was one of the tightest divisions in the AFC, and they came out in front. So it's very interesting. The AFC is very interesting. The whole league is so interesting.
What happened this year?
I think it's this like post COVID,
Yeah.
more like fans coming back in. I think it's just been the energy,
Yeah.
like the
Because
energy's
it
back and
was like, I thought 2020 was bizarre, but I think it was more bizarre in the fact that, like, teams did better than I expected them to, but I feel like everyone in 2020 kind of had their own identity, and it's like, you knew
sure.
who was good and you knew who was bad. This year, it's like every week, betting this year, picking games has been literally a coin
So
toss every
hard.
game.
Yeah. I mean, how
It
many like 7-6 teams did we have?
A
Like
lot.
4?
Yeah, because
Like
I think it's just it's bizarre.
we
It's
didn't get the final playoff picture till the last week of the season, and a lot of
no.
times we have it figured out by like week 16.
The only team that, like, clinched the 1 seed, like,
Packers.
before week 18 was the Packers. They're the only team that has been consistent minus, like, week 1. Ever
Yeah.
since, like, week 3, the Packers have come out and been like, "No, we're the Packers," and they've been fine.
Yeah, the
And, like,
only
yeah,
team.
the only team, and, like, yeah, they lost to the Lions in week 18, but, like, they really didn't they had the 1 seed clinched. They were just playing for Aaron Rodgers just didn't wanna fully rest because he had it in his head that if he rested for 2 weeks, then he would be a hot mess coming back because he's Aaron freaking Rodgers.
It's so stupid.
He's so stupid. I just love him though.
I know, it's kinda hard to not love him. I mean, it's been oh, he's a riot, that kid.
He really he's something else. He is something else.
He's something else for sure.
All right, and then we have another roller coaster of a game.
Oh boy.
Monday night predictions.
I'm so excited for this game, you have no idea.
Well, I was so excited. Now I'm a little nervous because I was so excited for Bills Patriots, thinking that these 2 games would both be like so intense and so crazy. Bills blew the Patriots out. Now we have the Cardinals playing the Rams. I feel like this game should be nuts.
Let me make the argument on why this isn't Bills Patriots.
Okay.
Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback coming into
Fair.
his first pure season, that whole storyline. And the thing is here, yes, this is, kind of new for Kyler Murray. And, he was going to get into playoffs last year. He's still kind of, no, he's not a rookie, but it's his first time in here.
Yeah.
And Stafford has been to the playoffs, but this is a brand new team for Stafford. So I feel like both of these teams are very fresh, very new going in here. So I think that this will just be a regular season division game going head to head in primetime on a Monday night. And I think that it's going to go back and forth in every side of the ball. Rams offense, Rams defense, Cardinals offense, Cardinals. It's just going to be out of this world. And I'm so excited.
I really, really, really hope so.
Yeah.
Now, who do you honestly think comes out on top?
I honestly think the Cardinals win this game.
Same.
I
100%.
honestly think the Rams are still figuring themselves out. I think that they have a lot of new pieces still. I mean, Von Miller and OBJ came into this team a little bit late in the season. They're not really clicking. There's a lot of talent on this team, but it's hard to mesh a lot of talent. It's like an all-star game, it's like how do you all play at the same time? So I genuinely think Matt Stafford has performed well this year, and a lot of people did expect the Rams to win the division and get to the playoffs. People said the Rams were going to the Super Bowl. I don't see that happening.
No.
I don't see the Rams being this all-star team everyone keeps talking about. And I just think the Cardinals, even with their injuries, with D-Hop out and everything, the Cardinals still played well without DeAndre Hopkins in the regular season when he was out. And I just see it happening. They might be getting J.J. Watt back. Are they getting J.J. Watt back?
I don't know if they're getting him back for this week. I think maybe if they win this game, then he comes back. Let me see. J.J. Watt news.
Well,
Oh, J.J. Watt returns to practice 3 days ago, but is uncertain for the wild card game Monday.
Okay, so it's
still down to the wire. So we probably won't know until
Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, I just think that
the Cardinals are undefeated with J.J. Watt. Let me just add that.
I really feel the Cardinals making a name for themselves. Everybody's been hating on them this whole time, except for us two. And we've been fueling that Cardinals fire, and they're here and they're ready and they're not. I just don't see they beat the Rams once before. Why can't they do it again?
Yeah. No, I agree. I have a feeling that they're going to be able to do what the Bills did last night. And I'm not saying in a blowout way, but like you saw the Bills step up and they're like, all right, now it's the postseason. Let's play our best football. And I just think the Cardinals are going to be able to do that. Exactly going off of what you were saying with the Rams. I think the issue with them is they are an all-star team. And it's not an all-star, like the Buccaneers, they're all stars, but they all came together. They rallied behind Tom Brady. They want this. Yes. The Rams, it all feels a little selfish. Like they're all like, because OBJ's playing well, Von Miller's playing well, but they're playing well individually, not in a team sense.
Yes, exactly. That is
All our hand
exactly what I was
motions.
trying to get across. Thank you.
No, and I think that it's gonna hold them back because, like, yeah, Cooper Kupp's playing. Cooper Kupp, I'm not this. He's not included in this conversation. I think he wants the team to win, but
Yeah.
OBJ, it just seems like a little. I'm gonna put on a show. I'm gonna prove everyone that I'm a great receiver, but it doesn't seem like it's like, all right, I want to do what's best to make the team win.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's going to come down to. The Cardinals, I feel like, have this like wholesome vibe. Like they all seem to mesh really well together. I think as long as Kyler Murray hasn't had more than 2 touchdown passes in the last like 3 games or something. So I think as long as he plays like the Kyler Murray that we know and love, the Cardinals have this in the bag, and hopefully they have JJ Watt back. But if they can win this, it seems like by next week, if they can get there, he'll 100% be there. So
And also we talked about this before, how the Rams and the Cardinals both lost the last week of their season and have both been a bit on a decline. And it's almost like they're at equal playing grounds right now.
100%.
That they both were like, oh, we're really, really, really great. And now it's kind of going down a little. And then it was like Rams really, really great. And then kind of on the decline. So I think they're literally an equal playing ground, and they're both going to go into this game. Again, it's going to be a hard-hitting game. It's going to be tight, and I really think it's going to be one of the best playoff games that we can see this weekend. But Cardinals, I'm sticking by the Cardinals. I can't go against them after all this time.
No. And I genuinely think they're going to be able to do it. But I do think the Cardinals and Rams have to be careful, because whoever wins this game, if the 49ers can beat the Cowboys, they have to watch out, because that's 2 divisional games. That's technically 3 divisional games in a row if you include week 18. And the 49ers to me are a scary team.
So wait, if the Rams win though, wouldn't they play the Packers? Or do they play whoever wins this plays the 49ers?
It depends. So I said that thinking the Eagles are going to beat the Bucks and the Eagles would play the Packers. So I guess it does all depend.
Right.
My scenario comes from if the Eagles upset Tom Brady.
Okay, all right. So let's.
But no, so I forgot about that. So if the Buccaneers do win,
yes,
they're the 2 seed, right? No, they're the 2 seed. Rams are the 3 seed.
Correct. Yes, I think.
Right? No, or the Rams the 4 seed. Where are we?
I don't know. I think if the Bucks win, they will play the Rams if they win, and the Cardinals will play the 49ers. That sounds right.
Then who plays the Packers?
Oh, the Packers. I forgot.
Why can't the NFL playoff
be easy?
Why can't they just make a normal bracket that you just follow? Like, at this point, win your playoff game? Who cares about seeds anymore?
Because I think either way, either the Cardinals or the Rams, somebody's going to play the 49ers.
If they beat the Cowboys.
If they win, which I think they will.
What happens if the Cowboys win?
I don't know. Do not bring that scenario into this, Jordyn. We have limited brain cells working here. We can't just be spewing them out, okay?
I had one too many Angry Orchards last night watching that terrible, terrible night game. Great night game, but also terrible.
Fantastic.
All right.
We'll deal with that next week when it comes around. We'll deal with that.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. All right, so me and Sam, for the first game today, we are split. Sam's taking Buccaneers to win. I have to roll with my Eagles. We are both in agreement that 49ers are going to upset the Cowboys. And Casey, Steelers might keep it close, but Casey is going to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow night, we both fully agree that the Arizona Cardinals are going to beat the
only time
Rams.
I can say go Birds. It's with the Cardinals.
Go Birds! Go Birds all weekend. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and follow us everywhere at the FU Dogs Pod. Good luck to everybody today. May the betting gods be ever in your favor. Dun, 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 dun.
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
It's gonna be a great day. All right. We will see you guys next Sunday where we can vent about how today ended up going and then take a look at next week as well. It's the freaking playoffs, baby.
Playoffs.
Bye. Oh.
What is, Jordyn, the weather going to be like down by you?
Today?
I'm looking at, it's saying rain and a little bit of snow, but mostly rain. Is that true?
It's supposed to snow?
Okay.
I actually didn't know this. Wait, hold on. Adam
Oh, I thought you were telling me it's gonna snow. You're asking me?
Oh, yeah. I had no
I'm
idea.
asking you.
I don't know. Let me Google it. But wait, Adam Schefter just posted during the second half of the season, Jimmy Garoppolo simultaneously has raised his value both to the 49ers and to other teams in the offseason trade market. 49ers would not be where they are today without him. That he definitely just watched our show because we literally just said that.
Adam.
All right, let me pull up the
because it's supposed to be it's gonna like start snowing and then it's gonna turn into like a really yucky rain up here.
Yeah.
But I assume it'll be similar down there, but I just don't know.
As of right now, it's saying there's a 30% chance of snow at 5, sunset, and then it immediately turns to rain at 6.
So either way, I'm driving home in the rain later. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love that for me.
So it's supposed to rain until 3 a.m. So, oh wait, we're still live. All right, bye guys.